Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good evening, everyone. Friends of IRF, as usual, we always like to welcome you again to a reading session, as usual. And today we have a very special guest, and we are honored to receive a guest from the United Kingdom, Dr. Azzam Tamimi. Definitely a well-known name, scholar, a political activist as well, who will talk about a book which he has written, titled Hamas, the Unwritten Chapters. But before we talk more about the reading session and to introduce Dr. Azzam Tamimi, we would like to start our session with the recitation of the Holy Quran, Surah At-Tawbah, verse 38 until 42, which is to be recited by our IRF's fellow Tufail. So please, Tufail.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا ما لكم إذا قيل لكم انفروا في سبيل الله اثاقلتم إلى الأرض أرضيتم بالحياة الدنيا من الآخرة فما متاع الحياة الدنيا في الآخرة إلا قليل إلا تنفروا يعذبكم عذابا أليما ويستبدل قوما غيركم ولا تضروه شيئا والله على كل شيء قدير إلا تنصروه فقد نصره الله إذ أخرجه الذين كفروا ثاني اثنين إذ هما في الغار إذ يقول لصاحبه لا تحزن إن الله معنا فأنزل الله سكينته عليه وأيده بجنود لم تروها وجعل كلمة الذين كفروا السفلى وكلمة الله هي العليا والله عزيز حكيم انفروا خفافا وثقالا وجاهدوا بأموالكم وأنفسكم في سبيل الله ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون لو كان عرضا قريبا وسفرا قاصدا لاتبعوك ولكن بعدت عليهم الشقة وسيحلفون بالله لو استطعنا لخرجنا معكم يهلكون أنفسهم والله يعلم إنهم لكاذبون.
Thank you, Tufail. Okay, before we continue with our discussion, I would like to briefly introduce our speaker today, Dr. Azzam Tamimi. He is a British Palestinian academic and political activist. He currently is chairman and editor-in-chief of Al-Hiwar TV channel. He is the director of Institute of Islamic Political Thought in London and appears regularly on Al Jazeera, Press TV and other Arabic and English language television stations, and frequently publishes opinion pieces in The Guardian. He is also a prominent member of the Muslim Association of Britain and the Stop the War Coalition. Dr. Azzam Tamimi has written several books on Middle Eastern and Islamic politics, including Rachid Ghannouchi, A Democrat Within Islamism and Hamas, a History from Within. Dr. Azzam was born in 1955 and lived in Hebron in the Palestinian territories until he later moved to Kuwait. Kuwait, yeah. His father had fought against Israel. After high school, Dr. Azzam moved to London for college, receiving a BS in Combined Sciences in 1979 from the University of Sunderland. He received a PhD in Political Theory from the University of Westminster, London in 1998. So from that brief introduction about Dr. Azzam Tamimi, and we also know as well Dr. Azzam Tamimi is have worked extensively on the works related to Islam and politics, especially in the Middle East and particularly in the Palestinian area. So we would like to welcome Dr. Azzam Tamimi again. And today, the reading session is about a very important topic and a very interesting one as well, Hamas, the unwritten chapter. Generally, we would know about Hamas as a very important movement fighting for the struggle of liberation of Palestine, and we know its role when it comes to continue the struggle. But in this discussion, I'm sure we're going to have a lot more detailed discussion, and perhaps some of the points which is going to be addressed by Dr. Azzam Tamimi, might be some new things which would definitely increase our knowledge and understanding about the situation in Palestine and the continuous struggle. So without further delay, I would like to invite Dr. Azzam Tamimi to first talk about his book, and later we'll definitely have a lively discussion.